Good morning, everybody. You made it to week 3. Congratulations. Woo! This week is a shorter week. You only have Monday through Thursday. You're off on Friday because that starts your spring break. So hopefully we have awesome weather this week and next week so that we can all get outside. I know you can't really go anywhere or do anything, but even getting outside is really nice. So I hope that you're able to do that at some point. Hopefully this video is going to be pretty short because I don't really have a whole lot to say. And this is the same one for all my classes. So if you've got a sibling in 8th, 10th, or 12th grade, you can all watch this together if you'd like. Get that out of the way. Excuse me. Couple things. First things first is that some of you must be skipping watching these videos because your Roots notebooks and journals still are not titled with your name. So please, please, please do that. It makes it so much easier for me to go in and grade if I'm not searching for who says this again and all that fun stuff. So do that. This week is going to be the same as last week as far as assignments and things like that. You have a journal that you need to write. That's going to be twice a week, every week on Mondays and Wednesdays. So you're going to write in your journal today. You're going to update your Roots notebook. I'm going to put the Roots on your main stream. Go ahead and you can write your example words right underneath where I have your new Roots on the stream. I made all of the assignments questions this week. That way, last week they opened up new folders for you to turn stuff into, and so it looked a little bit confusing. Maybe when you opened up your classwork folder and you're like, there's two Roots notebook journal or Roots notebook folders. So I just made it a question so that it doesn't open anything else up for you. So as soon as you finish your Roots notebook, you can go through and just click yes, done, and that way it takes it off your calendar and says that you finished it. So Roots notebooks, writing journals. Today you all have a first read to do on StudySync. I'm pretty excited this week about the StudySync that you have. 12th graders, you have an awesome poem. You're going to Harlem and you're reading some Langston Hughes, so get ready for that. That's very exciting. Honors 10, you guys are reading some more stuff about science with the Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Very prevalent information. You can kind of see that everywhere now. Mainstream. Anyways, so I hope that you really enjoy that. And then 8th graders, you're reading Across 5 Aprils, which is about a family that was kind of divided. So like Abraham Lincoln's speech, a house divided, he meant that literally there were households that kind of took different sides. And so this is a young boy's household right at the outbreak of the Civil War, kind of deciding which side that they kind of fell on. And then other 10th graders, you guys are going to be reading actually a script from part of a movie from Hotel Rwanda. If you can get a hold of that movie, I would absolutely recommend that you do so. It's so good. You will cry. All the kids in Honors 10, we watched it in class together. They can tell you it's definitely worthwhile to watch, but it is very, very sad. So that's what you're doing this week. You're all going to be doing your first reads today, answering the comprehension questions to make sure, like, yes, I read this. Here's what I can understand of it. That way you're ready for Thursday when you do the close read. I'm going to do individual videos, kind of like I did last week, talking specifically about your assignment. And then you all have grammar practice on No Red Ink. I know that it can be a little bit long to do all of the grammar practice at once, so please feel free to split doing that between Monday and Wednesday. No, that doesn't mean you have to do any of it on Tuesday. Just do it on the days that you have English and you should be fine. Some of you are probably just going to go ahead and knock it out today, and that's totally fine too. That's your choice. Excuse me. While I'm on the topic of due dates and things like that, one thing I did want to clarify, I said this last week, but maybe it wasn't super clear. Your journals, your Roots notebook, your first read, those are due today by 11:59 p.m. So a lot of people are kind of like, oh, everything's just due by the end of the week. That is not that's not accurate. So I would like to, I've been trying to keep up with grading as you go, but then I'll look and be like, oh, only 4 people have done their Roots notebooks. Well, it's not worth me grading yet. And then I have to do it all at the end of the week. And that makes it difficult for me to try to get your grades in a timely manner. So make sure that you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing on Monday and Wednesday. Nothing else is due any other days of the week. So do your journal on Monday, do your journal on Wednesday, do your Roots notebook Monday, your first read Monday, your close read Wednesday. So they're due on the day that they're assigned. The only thing that kind of goes between days is your grammar practice. You can do it Monday and Wednesday if you'd like to split it up. It's due at the end of the day on Wednesday. But that's the only thing that kind of works like that. Everything else has a specific due date, and it's due that day. If you have late work that you need to make up for me, you are welcome to do that. I'm still kind of giving a lot of grace. We're working together, that kind of stuff. Anything that's due through this week that's not in by the end of the week is Thursday. I'm not gonna spend all of spring break trying to catch up on late grades and stuff like that. So get anything due from week 1, 2, and this week, week 3 into me. Any late work should be done before Thursday so that I can get your grades in, and then I'm not going to accept a whole bunch of stuff over spring break or after that. So it's not going to be like 2 weeks from now something turned in from week 1. So I'd like to give a lot of grace, and I like to help you guys out, but we have to draw the line somewhere because it's getting hard for me to kind of go back to old assignments and scour through for one specific person. So I'm not going to continue to do that for too much longer. And then after spring break, we've got some other stuff that we're going to be working on. We're going to be focusing on other types of writing, but we're going to break that down kind of piece by piece. So it's not like you have got a whole paper due at a certain point. It'll be like, hey, we're going to work on introductions today, that kind of stuff. So I think that's all for today. I'm trying to think of anything that I am forgetting. Please make sure when you're writing in your journals that you are doing more than like a sentence or 2. Some people, you are barely writing anything and you're like, oh, that's good enough. I've been super lenient up until this point, but I am going to kind of start putting that structure back into place and putting those standards kind of back on you as to what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So a lot of you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Your journals are one of my absolute favorite things to kind of read and to go through. It makes me feel like I'm still connecting with you guys. It makes me feel like I know what's going on in your life still. And I really actually very much enjoy reading them. So it's not something that I'm making you do for no particular reason at all. A lot of you, I can see you're working on your writing skills, whether you realize it or not, based on some of the grammar that you're actually practicing. And for some of you, this is just really good to kind of get some things out of your brain if you've been really worried or things are going on at home. This has been a really good outlet for a lot of people. So if you are super hating this, sorry, but it's something that's really good for you to do. So make sure that you're giving me close to a page. That's double spaced too, so it's not actually that much writing. If you run a little bit short of that and you're like, I don't really have anything else to say, that's okay, but let's not make that like every single time that you're barely writing anything. So like I said, I've been really lenient up until this point, but I am going to start kind of taking some points off because your journals are actually one of your highest point opportunities that you kind of have throughout the week. They're worth quite a bit of points because I do expect a little bit of writing there. So sorry, now this video is long. I tried to make it super short and then I kept remembering things. So I will be signing off now. Please, if you've got questions, let me know. You can ask on Google Classroom or shoot me an email or anything like that. But I miss you guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope your families are doing well. I hope that you're getting some fresh air, some exercise. not eating all your quarantine snacks all at once, all that other fun stuff.